Hello there. How's it going tonight? Oh, I'm in 1440p. Interesting. I think I ended up. I need to redo this because YouTube isn't happy with me. I'm sending a non-standard resolution. It's not even 1440. I'm sending a higher resolution, and I guess it's having to downscale. And I'm not 100% sure why the canvas always ends up different sizes, so I need to sort that out, but glad that it's showing up in 1440. Actually, let me see if this is even working. Give me a sec. I'm just... Oh, interesting. I wasn't sure if Twitch would actually support this resolution, but it does. So what I need to do is fix up some things and try. But YouTube, we'll see how it goes. YouTube is complaining. It says error, you need to change the video resolution. The resolution is not supported for this config. Anyway, is it choppy at all? Doesn't say I'm dropping frames, but anyway, hello ABC. How's it going? Let me, things are ending up weird right now, so let me increase the size of that. Hello ABC. On Stellarium looking for targets, cool. NGC, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, this is funny. ABC, how did you get an ad? Gotta get paid. Astrophotography. Yeah. Yeah, there's, things are fine here. The main problem is we had dust come through. Let me, and that's, I think, part of the reason why Starfront's closed right now. But I actually had to pull the light pollution filter out of my, oops. Give me a sec here. Give me a sec here. That was funny. Okay. Let's look at. Okay, shut that off. And then, what in the world? Oh, okay. It's picking the wrong. Which monitor is it picking? Okay, cool. All right, let's try this. So, as you can, hang on a second. I'm not, let me get my photo back. My video. I'm upside down. Oh, this is already shaping up to be awesome. All right, let's try this where I'm more upright. Anyway, one of the problems was, as you know, normally the all sky camera is let me move over here. Normally the all sky camera is blue. The sky is blue, but it's gray right now because of this. There was that massive storm that kind of came through, affected a lot of people up northern Texas and I think into Oklahoma. But if you watch the video, look at this right here. That is dust. That a big, a ton of dust that came behind the storm, and so that's why my sky is now gray. So I had a problem with the refractor. I couldn't get it to plate solve that was why I delayed. I ended up having to pull the light pollution filter out. So we'll see what we get. I was able to get the Seestar to polar align. So we will see how that goes. Oh, okay. You got a solar stream. I need to check that out once I get a little further into it, because that's always cool. And depending on how things go with the dust, we'll see. And hello, Aiden. Good evening. Good evening, Dark Shades. Hello, Benji. And the crust of the pizzas. You're gonna make me hungry talking about pizza. Competing with the president's speech. Are you sure it's a competition? I don't think there's any competition there. No, yeah, I know, it's going on at the same time. Okay, I looked the right way. Very funny, that's funny. Hello, Star Traveler. Good evening, thanks for joining. Yeah, so we'll get going and see how it goes here, but with this dust in the atmosphere, stare one for president. Yeah, that's that would be funny, like have the horse head as the my avatar as the photo, the official photo. Made a conscious choice to watch this instead. Yeah, it's probably, I mean the stated, a lot of those speeches are just, they're, I don't know. I haven't watched him in decades. A lot of those speeches, they're not yeah, I don't know. I'll read the summary tomorrow or something, maybe. Yeah, talk about stop it. Yeah, oh yeah, that's I'm just short of 1990 subscribers. I'll probably it looks like Friday will be good at Starfront and here, so hopefully no dust, clear skies. Unfortunately, it'll be first quarter moon, but hopefully it'll be like yeah, it's hopefully it'll be nice and clear, and yeah, and 95s for, filters for Seestar. Yeah, they can't yeah, I don't know. That dust, it's pretty hideous. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I watched them years ago, and then I just kind of stopped, because I'm just like, like, I don't even remember the last one I watched. Was it when Reagan was president? I don't know. It's been a while. You can see the bottom. Yeah. Our stargazing, yep, about to start. But not from Starfront, just here. So let's get going. Let's figure out something to image. I'm going to start with the Seestar. What do I have on my list? Now, with a massive caveat that things might be pretty difficult to image. It seemed like the stars were reasonably good, but it's just with this dust. It's like a dust storm came through here. So let's see. So you said NGC 3226. I might not be able to see that, but we'll see. I'll look it up. I'll have to try that a little later, because it looks like it's right kind of on the edge. Although that does look like an interesting one. That looks like a very interesting one. I'll have to try that after it clears. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And really, this isn't 100% accurate, so I'm not even gonna bother. But look at all the other galaxies in that area. Jeez. Let me make note of that, so I don't forget that for later. NGC 3226. Yeah, colliding in extremely slow motion. So let me go check something here. Oh, hello Icarus. How's it going? Thanks for joining. Oh, and I forgot the obligatory. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. And actually, what do I? Let me check something here. Nope. Let me see. This might. Is this gonna? No. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I'm gonna. There we go. Oh, am I backwards? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I think I'm backwards in this image, but that's okay. And I can. There we go. So I don't have to keep shifting around. All right. So actually, I am backwards. This is going to bug me. Yeah. There we go. All right. All my layouts get screwed up, but yeah, kind of passing through each other exactly. M48. Let's see. Yes, that should be clear. And actually, that might be a good one for the refractor since I don't have a light pollution filter on that. So let's try that. Just making sure that I can plate solve. Oh, and there was this issue before where there was like a kind of a shadow along one edge, and I was wondering if it was the off-axis guider prism. It was. I took it up. That was one thing I managed to get done before the live stream when I wasn't like fighting the polar alignment. I was able to confirm that was, and I made some adjustments to the imaging train, so there shouldn't be any pesky shadows here. So let's go to M48. Yeah, it's well, and that's why I use Sharp Cap and not Stellarium, because I mean it's Stellarium Nina, because Nina doesn't do the live stacking. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's unfortunate the dust, but I think it was just because of this the strength of the winds from the storm. Now the only problem is my stars are off. Yeah. So the guiding won't work because the focus got changed when I pulled the filter out. Yeah, let me plate solve and resync because it's a little off. Okay. I'm just going to shut off PhD because there's no point. And Yeah, this should be good enough. So let me try live stacking that. Oh man, I didn't clear off the drive. Oh no, I did. I did. Okay. It's because the histogram was still set from the last time. Oh, I see the stars. There we go. Man, I have some serious dust on there. Sorry about that. It probably doesn't help that it's so what do you call it? All the dust in the atmosphere right now. All right. Okay. I did not know that they have a live stacker in the overnight builds. That's good to know. That is very good to know. I'll have to check that out. And honestly, if it's an overnight build, I could just run it next to the existing build probably. Do I get dust storms? No. No, not at all actually. Not super common. It's more common, I feel like, up north in Texas. Stuff tends to wash out of the atmosphere before it gets here. Although strangely, because maybe, I don't know if Dallas gets it, or northern, further north in Texas, but we do get Saharan dust a lot because it just kind of goes across the Atlantic and across, the Gulf of Mexico and then comes into Texas. So we'll get Saharan dust some certain times of year. Yeah, the cluster is coming together. I'm just really annoyed about the dust on the sensor. On the other hand, maybe I shouldn't complain too much given that the sky looks like this. Like that's not even our normal blue, and plus I don't see many stars. It did warn that seeing would be poor tonight, but at least they're seeing. So let me go back to this. On the other hand, having the sky this color is kind of like this color anyway. Oh, sharing your screen now. Let me go so we can look at people with better sky conditions. I'll pull that up to the side. Okay. Sorry, I'm just all right. Wow, there's, yeah, I need to wow, nice. So that and that. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, let's pop this out and bring this on screen because Qubits has Nina, the beta of Nina, but Jay Kelly is getting more time on the on Dryer's Nebula, which I'll get into that in a bit. But first, oh yeah, let me make a note about this. I had several Discord related things that I wanted to bring up. All right. Okay. So what have we got here? So let's look at, let me bring up Discord again. What I need to do is pin this. So this is, it's another lovely day without dust. No dust in New Zealand. So this is, so is this a plugin, Qubits? That's interesting. So it's showing the live stack for the specific narrowband. It's showing the corners here. So like you can monitor how the stars look in the corners, for example. Not really much oxygen, or more sulfur than oxygen, but that makes sense because the Heart Nebula is just is very red, so that's the color of hydrogen emissions. And it shows, and that's cool. It's showing your PhD. So is this a plugin? Oh, it's a plugin. Okay. That's cool. That's really cool. What telescope are you running on that? And does the live stack work? Does the live stack plugin work with the nightly, only with the nightly, or can it run on the stable version? C7, I'll take a look. That sounds familiar. I feel like we've looked at that before, or I added it to my list and it was obstructed. This is really cool. I like this a lot. Oh, also notice 1440p. I'll get to that in a little bit. Okay, nice. Okay, only on the nightly build for now. Okay, so maybe for next time I'll go ahead and download that and try it out. That would be cool. I mean, I love SharpCap, but I do some of my stuff in Nina, and so if I could just live stack in Nina, that would be nice. I'm just, so images and stack. Okay, so we've got the tracking information, the focus information, guiding information, guiding. Okay, 120-second frames. Okay, so it's showing all the frames, I guess. Oh, 180 seconds, sorry. I don't know why I said 120. I thought it was 120. And it's running a sequence. Huh. I'll have to take a look at that. That looks, that would be nice. That would be pretty cool. Being able to get everything in one shot. I like that. How does the stability seem? Nice. Yeah, I'll check in a sec. Maybe see. Dryers is looking good. It pixelated momentarily there, but yeah, let me move this to the side and let me see how the cluster's doing. Man, the dust, jeez. So I wasn't able to really polar align it, and it's not guiding, but it's very slowly over 9 minutes. It's drifted a little bit, so I thought I had gotten the guiding pretty close, but then just ran out of time. I think I got it down to a few dozen arc minutes. Cool. All right, so let's figure out something for here. ABC mentioned C7. See if that is visible. It is. Oh, and for only a little bit more. Let's see what the field of view on that is. Seems kind of... That's interesting. Yeah, why not? Let's try it. Let's see, C7, or just pull the coordinates from, there we go. And I'll do 20 minutes because I don't know how long I'll be able to do it. No light pollution filter, it's already focused, so it should be good to go. One thing I'm noticing is I don't have, sorry. There we go. Didn't have the all sky camera, so let's put that down there so we can monitor the awesome, what color would you call that? A gray beep. Let me go look at Discord. Oh, and let me check. Cosmic Ray is... Wow, I'm missing. Destin is streaming. Jay Kelly, Qubits. I guess I dropped off. Qubits. Oh, nice. Qubits is doing the Jellyfish Nebula. Cosmic Ray is going to M81 Boats Galaxy. Nice. Okay, let's go to live view here. So we'll see. Normally I have a terrible gradient on a good day, but we'll see how it looks with the this dust. Or is that it? Is that the stack? I'm just forcing reload here. Yeah, that is the stack. Yikes. Well, we'll let it go for a bit. See what we come up with. I mean, I have challenging conditions on a good day, and this certainly is not helping tonight. The incredible amount of dust in the atmosphere is pretty bad. Cool. So speaking of Discord, well, actually, let me go back. It's a dust filter for shooting bright nebula. Nice. Yeah, live view is, but man, there is like, I mean, it was kind of a faint galaxy, but combined with what we've got going on here, I'll put it on the list for next time. But don't forget to like the video if you haven't already, because it does help the stream a lot. Live streams especially. We're getting to 2,000 subscribers, which is just really really cool. Right now there are like 1,990 when I checked earlier today. And let me see, where are we here? Yeah, 1,990. So just 10 more subscribers, and we will be at 2,000. It'll be interesting. It almost seems like it's making the gradient less because it's just making the sky horrible everywhere. The dust. Let's see what this is doing. Oh, I take it back. It is, the guiding is drifting a lot. So I'm gonna stop that and we will find another target for this one. Oh, thanks, Quantum. I need to, it's not like Twitch where it, oh, I got two, yeah, thanks. I'm getting even, it's gotten even closer. So thanks, thank you, Quantum. Every time maybe a leaf blower. Yeah, no, unfortunately I don't. That would be handy. Yeah, it's getting there. I mean, it would be challenging on a good day because it's still kind of relatively low. Well, it's not that low. I feel like I usually have kind of gradient issues that direction anyway. But yeah, it's oh, I just realized my all sky camera is, where is it? Let me hide it because I was covering up qubits. S50 out on M81. Nice. This is cosmic ray. Oh, nice. Good composition of M82, the Cigar Galaxy, and M81, Bode's Galaxy. And nice detail on both already. With 2 minutes of exposure, I think I would. At Starfront, I could do this, but not here. I mean, I can image that galaxy. Maybe actually I'll point the refractor at M82, just to give it something to do. Yeah, this isn't going to be a. This is going to be a challenging session, but I wanted to do it anyway, just because I was hoping Starfront would clear, and it has cleared, but they have the same dust issues and high winds, which kind of is problematic with the scopes. I imagine having all the scopes covered in dust would not be ideal either, or the wind, or because I know they I had shut off PhD and I was just making sure I did it correctly. The thing between the two stars in the middle screen, I think so. I think that's it. But let's look at Stellarium real quick. Maybe not. Actually, I can. Let's see. Let me at some point I will be updating the bot, Discord bot, but for now, I just sent it the image to plate solve it. And then I'll get back to Discord in a second. There we go. Yeah, that is the case. It did. Here's the annotated version of this photo. So the galaxy is right there. So it is the fuzzy thing between the stars here. That is the galaxy. And there's two, as ABC pointed out, there are two galaxies there, and it's you can see the two NGC numbers are kind of almost overlapping here. So yeah, it is indeed where it is now. So yeah, let me do the obligatory. I have all these windows and I need to be more organized with them, but here, so if you haven't joined the Discord server, please consider joining it. There's a lot of people share images. They stream just about every day and night. Sometimes somebody's sharing some astronomy live stream in the Discord server, and there's a bot on the Discord server. It's not like a moderation bot currently. It just kind of has some features, like it can do what I did just now, and you can send it an image and it'll tell you what's in the image astronomically, but I modified it fairly recently, where in the general channel it'll send a message saying if somebody has started live streaming in the voice, the observing chat channel in Discord. And speaking of Discord, I'd like to thank Benji and Seiko and Aiden for boosting the server. We were at level 1, so 2 boosts, and we got up to level 7, or level 2, 7 boosts, which the nice thing is now, previously we were limited by Discord and you could only share images that were 10 megabytes, and a lot of the astronomical images sometimes will be just a little bit over. They'll be like 14 megabytes. And so it was kind of annoying, but now the limit's 50 megabytes. So thanks to them for adding boosts to the Discord server. And also, as a side effect of that, the streaming rate is higher now. So you can see as high as 1440p, which is nice. So you can see, and so I need to figure out I need to clean up the OBS scenes to make it not do the weird resizing it's doing, and I'm going to start streaming in 1440p, because then if I pull up something in Discord, it'll be, higher quality all the way to YouTube. Yeah, no, thanks. It's I mean, it helps. It helps. It definitely will help because it was an ongoing, especially the file size limit, because we'll share images, and like that was definitely a recurring issue where somebody would try to share an image of something they had processed or whatever, some galaxy, and nope, too big. And so now we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, it is becoming, yeah, yeah, the 8.38 magnitude. But again, I think some of it is this is my dust. I mean, this is ridiculous. Look at this. Like, you can barely see stars on a good day on my all sky, but today it's like even less. And it's not clouds, it's just this layer of dust. So that's very frustrating. But, you know, we're making do. Plus, we have other people who aren't having these conditions. Like Cosmic Ray is looking very nice. And Jellyfish is looking very nice. This is kind of a faint target. I think it's a supernova remnant, isn't it? Yeah, it's a supernova remnant. So that's kind of cool, but it takes a lot of data. It's fairly faint. And of course we've got Dryer's Nebula, which is also very challenging. And that brings me to another thing I was going to mention. On the Discord server, one of the other things besides sharing images and just talking about astronomy and random things, weather, whatever, because I think it was because of the weather channel that was on the Discord server that I realized there was a lot of dust, and it wasn't here at the time. But then, yeah, when I was setting up, it's like, oh gosh, the sky isn't blue right now. In the evening, it's gray. So speaking of Discord, we're almost at 100 subscribers, which is cool. And oh yeah, so like for streaming, there's sometimes half a dozen people at a time streaming, and there was a few days ago. It happened. It's sometimes it'll be like half a dozen or more people, some streaming, some just chatting. It's pretty cool. So definitely consider joining. Oh, and one of the other things I forgot. So that's what I was thinking. Challenges. So we had started recently doing challenges where for a given month, we pick a target, you image it. There's a Google Drive. You can dump your all your images in there. And then at the end of the month, we kind of some people put it together. Now, it isn't just Seestar. It's because I've been involved with Seestar only stacks, but this one's kind of whatever telescope you have. So right now, Jay Kelly's imaging with a Red Cat refractor, I think. And I know there were some people who, and I got some good data on dryers with my Seestar at Starfront. Now, the problem with dryers is it is a very faint target. I have never been able to image it successfully from my house because of the Bortle 9 skies, but from Starfront it worked great. So if you're like probably Bortle 6 or lower, you should be able to image it. And it's really pretty cool. Like it's a reflection nebula. It's got a lot of dark nebula in it, nearby and also in it. So it's an interesting target and pretty cool looking. So that's the target of the month. So another thing that goes on the Discord server. I am behind the chat. Yeah, I will let you know. Thanks for joining, ABC. Oh, nice. Doing M42. Hello, that chef guy. Yeah, thanks for joining this evening. Okay. Oh, you just joined. Well, welcome. Thanks for joining. Hello, Hein. How's it going? Good evening. Oh, wow. So I said we were almost at 100 subscribers. We are at 99 on the Discord server. Wait, no. We are at 100. We just hit 100 on the Discord server. So, so thank you. That's cool. It's very cool. So we're at 100. Yeah, so, yeah, check it out. There's photo galleries where we do share Seestar, general astrophotography, photos of the sky, you know, see a nice sunset or something. Yeah, it's fair game. Yeah. Oh, nice. Well, welcome, welcome, Quantum. Oh man, Seestar S50 memory full. Oh, that's a drag. That is a drag. That is always happening to me. But I did clear out some stuff recently. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, nice. 2 hours. 2 hours on M42. That will produce. That can produce some nice, very nice results. Yeah, you should be able to get some really good. I'm sure you got a lot of good faint nebulosity with 2 hours. Oh, okay, cool. Well, glad you're able to stay. So let's see. Oh, this finished. So I'll have to grab the final image off that, but it was struggling. I think I only gave it half an hour. Oh wow, only 2 days ago. Well, no, that's great. Yeah, well, welcome. It's a very I don't know. It's a very, I don't want to call it addictive, but the ease of setting it up, whether you're just, whether you're relatively new to the hobby or if you have other scopes, it's just so easy to image things. Just kind of pick a target and go and everything. Oh, hello, Terry. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the comment. I appreciate it. I need to do some more videos again. I keep saying that, but I'll keep saying it. At some point I will. All right. So we need to let me. I forgot the refractor had been pointing off at something. Oh, I pointed at something and then neglected to do anything with it. And why is it drifting? I feel like sometimes this is just a Skywatcher GTI mount that's on the refractor. You can see here. But sometimes it's pretty balanced, but okay. It's like sometimes the tracking ends up off a little bit after I go to a new target. So let me... It kind of ended up off center. I can see, I think there's M82 right there. I didn't think, why does it think it's so, takes up so much of the field? Anyway, let's start stacking and see what we come up with this one. The previous stack was still there. There we go. It ended up off center, but I'm not gonna bother trying to fix it because it's clearly my sensor needs to be clean, dusted off on this refractor. All right. I'm gonna have to before the next live stream, which will be on Friday, I have to do a bit of cleaning on it. Oh, hello, Brian. Good evening. 8 SE is shipped. Can't wait. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. That you can do a lot with those Celestron 8-inch scopes. What happened to C7? It finished. I only had given it half an hour, and so it's done. I need to. Did I end up moving on to another thing? No, I haven't. I need to find another target. Yeah, sorry, behind on the stream. Posted M50, M42. Cool. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, you got a lot of detail there. I mean, with 2 hours. Yeah, definitely. I always like it when you do go, you know, beyond, like, at least for me, when I go beyond half an hour to an hour or so, and I start getting some of the detail down here. Because otherwise, a lot of times it just kind of seemingly ends up here, and this is just really dark. But when you can start seeing the dust there, and then all the other kind of extended dust, even here and here off M43, and that, yeah, that's good. And then more definition in the Running Man, and some dark. I guess that's some dark nebula right there. That's cool. That's definitely getting more pronounced. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, this, without the light pollution filter, I think the biggest thing is all the dust. But I was messing around with with this telescope a lot, pulling the filter drawer out, trying to see if that was causing issues. And I guess somewhere along the line I let some dust in. I guess it's not surprising given that the sky is the way it looks. Let's see. Oh, nice. I do want to try out this live stacking in Nina. That is really cool. I'm gonna definitely have to try that out. Let me make notes. I always make notes of what I'm gonna do in the upcoming before the next stream. So I need to clean sensor. I need to download Nina, unstable plus live stack. Okay, cool. Yeah, EQ will be soon. Official EQ on the Seestar. That'll be interesting. Sorry, I am running. Actually, the Seestar I'm running tonight. Actually, both of my Seestars. So this one that I've been running is actually, well, you can kind of see it. Can you see it in the all sky? It's kind of hard to tell, but this is actually in equatorial mode. It's on a Skywatcher wedge, but it's the unofficial equatorial mode. It works great, and it's nice being able to take do long sessions of a target without dealing with frame rotation, not having to use the mosaic mechanism to try to correct the field rotation. You just do a straightforward kind of panel, and yeah, it's really nice. It'll be interesting once they have first party EQ mode out. The things I had heard was it should be soon. I think it's going to beta first, but I don't know if it was this week it's going to beta or if it already is in beta. I don't know. Yeah, AI dust removal. Yeah, that's true. Trying SHO palette. Well, and plus you're live stacking too, so it's I mean it does make it more challenging. I wonder, does the live stacking have any kind of like histogram adjustments or anything? Or does it just kind of stack the data together? Oh, there we go. Oh, thanks. That was quick. Oh, nice. Clipping, stretch factor, denoise, down sample. Cool. Well, that's nice. Yeah, I definitely need to try that out. Yeah, the Heart Nebula. It's really cool. Okay, good night, later ABC. Thanks for joining. Oh, your beta test? Got the beta to test. Nice. Nice. That's awesome. If you're on, yeah, I won't ask you on the live stream about it. But, yeah, that's very nice. Looking forward to that. I need to point this at another target. Let me find another target. See, a lot of the other things are going to be, oh man, it's going to be challenging. Yeah, I have all these targets that I want to image at Starfront because Starfront has much darker skies, but I'm not even going to attempt some of them here. So let's find another target. For the Seestar. Okay, so we've still got some nebula down here. I don't know why I have it on a Canon camera. Wrong setup. I need to clear out a lot of the settings I have in here. All right, so let's go over to my horribly obstructed skies. Okay, like the rosette. These are all kind of getting out of the way. What is Caroline's cluster? I swear I've imaged that before. Let me look that up. That looks interesting. Yeah, let's try that. I'll just get that going over there while I'm looking for something else. Another 20 minutes. And I'll trigger. Hasn't gotten colder. No, hasn't gotten colder, so I'm not going to do an autofocus. And I don't know why I did it over here when I had a split screen. I could have just done it over there. Yeah, one of the things I was going to mention was, hold on. All right. So let's see. Seagull, unfortunately, is going to be out of view soon. Dolphin Nebula is like impossible here. That's another one where I've been starting to image it at Starfront. It's super interesting looking, but it's so faint that in my skies, especially tonight, it's pretty much, it would take probably dozens or hundreds of hours of data. This is something we can do. We can do Skull and Crossbones next, since that is H alpha, and hopefully that'll clean up some of the dust. Could definitely do that next on the Seestar. So hello, Donkulus. How's it going? How's the sky tonight? It's cloudy here. It might as not. I won't quite go as far as to say it might as well be cloudy here, but oh wow. That's my conditions right now. It's kind of gray because of a lot of dust in the sky. And as a result, I can see even fewer stars than normal. Although I feel like it's less dusty than when I started, but still pretty bad. But it was that front that came through the one that caused a lot of rough weather, northern Texas, it pushed. I want to bring it up again because I think it looks so cool. You can see behind this, so the storm had already gone through. See this wave of dust that came through, and it's over here right now. So that is what is causing the issues. Yeah, look at that. Like, that is a lot of dust blowing through. Yeah, it's poor seeing here, but for us, a lot of it, I think, wasn't just the turbulence, but the dust. Yeah, that dust is not helping. And I think that's part of the reason why Starfront stayed closed tonight, because between the high winds up there, because they're more in the plains without a lot of stuff to prevent it from to break up the wind, it just super windy. Yeah, and the dust is not helping. Clouds until next Monday. That's too bad. I actually have, I think we have clouds here the next couple of days, but then Friday is supposed to be great, like Friday and Saturday, and I think it's supposed to be great at Starfront as well. So I might do some back-to-back stuff there. So, hello, Aaron. What observation schedule for tonight? I am just kind of imaging whatever I can, given that I don't have the light pollution filter in the refractor because the dust was so bad, I couldn't get it to reliably plate solve. So I ended up pulling the light pollution filter out, and but as a result, like, I'm having challenges. Now, the Seestar is imaging, this is Caroline's cluster, and I think I'm going to do the Skull and Crossbone Nebula next. M51, we briefly said M51 for the challenge. I think we're going to do it next month. We moved on to, we thought we'd do Dreyer's Nebula, which is this reflection nebula in Monoceros, or I think that's the name of the constellation. It's really cool looking, and there's like some nice dark nebulosity around it, and then like in the middle of it, but it's definitely it in my Bortle 9 skies, it's all but impossible here. But if you're Bortle 4 or 5, you can definitely image it. Rest of the week clouds. That was, I think, I had a lot of that. I remember looking at the weather map a week or two ago, and it seemed like almost the entire United States had clouds over it. It was pretty weird. Yeah. Oh, nice. Well, that's good. Yeah, the winds were really rough here. Yeah. I mean, it's been out there. I mean, it's a common issue up there. I mean, dust will get in the stuff. It's inevitable. But if it's almost practically a dust storm, it's... And they do have, I think the doors they were saying that they have are more, like they have a heavier duty seal on them. And the buildings are aligned north-south. And typically these kind of storms come in from the north or west. So, yeah, hopefully it is. Yeah, thanks for, that's right, you were talking about hello Misty, good evening. Yeah, you were talking about the dust. Yeah, now you've shared the dust with the rest of the state. It's been yeah, it's normally not, especially down here, like near the Gulf. We typically don't get that kind of dust here. Like I understand like other parts of Texas maybe, but down here. Typically it doesn't make it down. Just shows how strong of a storm it was. Gotta give you the rest of the data. No, it's fine. There's no deadlines. Welcome, Qubits. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate that. Yeah. Good evening. Good evening to you too, Misty. Yeah. So this Caroline's cluster is actually turning out pretty good. Let me close this. Oh, and funny enough, I'm not like dropping any frames even in spite of the terrible conditions, but that'd be good to clean up a bit. Yeah, one of the things sorry about all right, just checking Discord. All right, let's see. One thing, oh yeah, so looking at my notes, in 9 days is the lunar eclipse. So there'll be a total lunar eclipse visible in North America. Actually in the Americas, I think. Not elsewhere in the world. I don't believe. At least the bulk of it is visible in the Americas. But that's only in 9 days. So we're coming up on the first quarter of the moon, and it's just a week later that the full moon. I plan on doing a live stream. If it'll be interesting. Hopefully the weather will cooperate, and I don't have to do anything drastic. But if the weather doesn't cooperate, so if it's clear, I'll live stream. If I can drive, or if it's clear at Starfront, I'll just have it running from there. But if I could drive a relatively short distance for clear skies, I'll image it, or I'll stream it. But that's the evening of March 13th. So keep an eye out for that. I will be, like I say, hopefully the weather will cooperate. Yeah. Yeah, that's it is interesting how it's able to compensate for the dusty skies. And this is, of course, it's without even light pollution filters, so it's dealing with the gradients, with the dust. Not too bad, honestly. Yeah, shared your dust. No, it's yours. Yeah, no, it's I mean, I definitely wouldn't go outside in dust like that, honestly. Yeah. I was a little concerned when I started seeing it as I was setting up. I'm like, I hope this doesn't like cause me allergy issues or something. Need an SI2O2 filter. Well, you've got a ton of film. You've got, yeah, SHO, luminance, RGB. Got a lot. got all the major ones. Oh, nice. Yeah, if conditions cooperate, my plan is I will probably do a time lapse on the Seestar and maybe have the refractor. I'll have to check. Let me check the field of view. I always forget. Because the field of view is similar. So this is the field of view on the Seestar. So it's like the perfect field of view for imaging the moon. But on the refractor, yeah, I've got a similar field of view, so that'll be good too. So I can get the refractor set up. So ideally, I would have the refractor with the live view and then do it, and also have the Seestar doing the time lapse. Of course, the Seestar makes it so easy. Just point. I mean, that's like during the solar eclipse. You just point it in. It was made it really easy. This is looking weird. Let me try to clean this. I keep forgetting that I have the refractor going. Oh, that's not too bad, even in spite of the dust. Yeah, showing some nice detail on the cigar galaxy. Still a fairly wide field camera or telescope. All right. Edge of your house creeping into the picture. Oh, I see that. Yikes. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Good evening, Turf. Thanks for joining. Oh yeah, bombs are fun until you're washing your hair. Yeah, I drove through Bob, or however you pronounce it, in Phoenix. It was insane. I think it was on I-10 and drove right into it, and it was like, yeah, dust was everywhere. Yeah, that was yeah, I've been places where it was dusty, and yeah, you have grit, like trying to get rid of it. Oh, Albuquerque, yeah, same idea. Yeah, that, and in El Paso, yeah, I could see that there too. I haven't run into it in El Paso, but it's not like I've spent sporadic time in all those places, but yeah, super hazy. Yeah, I mean that's the issue I'm running into here. And good evening, Astro Chris. See, actually, it looks like it's improving. I actually see a blue. I actually see blue in the sky, whereas before there was no hint of blue in the all sky camera. It was just this weird gray brown color. Oh, this is pretty cool. Which plugin is this, Qubits? Or is it a plugin? Oh, framing. You're in the framing section? Yeah. Yeah, it's just an overlay. That's cool. I need to spend more time with Nina. And that's, I guess, part of the other reason in the framing. Okay. That's part of one of the other reasons I wanted to spend more time with Nina is it's got a lot, and I've just barely started scratching the surface. The one thing that I was pretty happy about, because I use Nina for doing my polar alignment, because I can't see Polaris, and so I can't use SharpCap's polar alignment. So I've been using Nina's, and it works great. It does kind of like the 3-point, just like the Seestar does imaging of plate solving, and then tells you how much to move left or right, up and down. And but it was always kind of annoying because I would drag my laptop out, and sometimes I had it kind of plugged into an Ethernet cable, and I have to unplug it, and then I'd like break a connection with my mini PC. Anyhow, I installed the Touch and Stars plugin, and it has a web interface and works fantastic. The last couple times I've actually done the 3-point alignment from my phone. So pointing my phone's browser at the mini PC, and it has a little interface, and it does the 3-point alignment, and it worked well. I was pretty happy. The only thing I ran into is I didn't find a way you could change some of the settings for the 3-point alignment, so I just have to make sure they're set in Nina before I go out and try to do the alignment. But I've been very happy with that. So, but I've just started scratching the surface with it. Yeah, it is getting better, a little better. Yeah. So there is a so besides their website, they do have a Discord server, and it's mostly open. Like there are there's a handful of channels that are customer only, but the rest of it's open, and so you can ask questions there. Somebody also has an unofficial wiki. Let me look that up. I just ran across Collision Wiki. Star Wars, no. Battlefront, Starfield, no. Start. I am Wikipedia. No. Let me go find that. Man, that went off. That took a strange detour. It's the only problem with their name is it's a little sorry, let me no. Always I'm having a hard time finding it now. But definitely you should check out their Discord server, because there's a lot of people on it, and yeah, you can ask questions there and stuff. Plus you can look at the telescopes on their camera. You can see what other people are running there. It's quite a mixture of everything, really. I have only recently got a telescope there, so if you have any questions, you could try asking. You can ask me, but the Discord server is probably the better place, because it is an official one. Like the staff are on it, so if you ask questions, either someone will chime in who has been there, or who's a customer, or one of the staff will chime in. So I should be clear tomorrow. Am I going to be clear tomorrow? It's going to be windy here tomorrow, but is it going to be astronomically clear here? Because that was let me see. It is, wait, so tomorrow evening, yeah, tomorrow evening is going to be bad at Starfront, probably. Because there's some clouds coming in supposedly, but Friday's supposed to be great. Now here, tomorrow's actually supposed to be really good here. So, hey, maybe I'll, although it looks like it'll only be, well, shouldn't say only. It looks like it'll be earlier in the evening, because by midnight it looks like clouds will roll in. But if it's clear, I'll do another live stream tomorrow night. So, and Thursday's going to be junk here, but Friday night's supposed to be, now it's not looking as good as it was, but Starfront's supposedly good on Friday, and it looks great on Saturday here, so we'll play it by ear. But tomorrow might be a possibility, but again, it'll be probably without Starfront. But you never know. A lot of times, I mean, what I've done is with some of the live streams, like with Starfront, I want to have an accurate description when I create the live stream, but I'll, like, they don't open the roof until half an hour before sunset. So it's not until about 6 p.m. US Central that I know if the roof is opening. But I may change that in the future. Let's see. Let me go back to check the chat. Yeah, no problem. And like I say, if you have questions for me, but definitely check out the Discord server, because that is that's a good source. Because I had actually joined it, I think, back in like a couple months before I ended up becoming a customer. So yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. And don't forget, if you haven't liked the video, to like it. It does help with the live streams. Like we have some live streams where it's a lot of where YouTube must be pushing it to a lot more people. Yeah, this is. I do need to, I still need to do the collimation of my reflector before we get to galaxy season, because that would be perfect for this. It has a lot higher focal length, and so we'll be able to get more of a close-up, but I really need to get the settings dialed in. Okay. Yeah. I need to make a note here. Okay. So what else? Oh, so the other things that are coming up. So the lunar eclipse is gonna, like I was saying, next week, late next week. Well, not later in the week, Thursday night into Friday. morning, or after midnight. At least here. It would vary by time zone. But we're getting into the time where for the Messier Marathon, and I'm going to probably be talking about that more after the lunar eclipse, because I want to start preparing for it a bit more, as far as figuring out which targets to image, what order I'm going to image them in, and maybe even do some dry runs at Starfront, perhaps in the later part of the month after the full moon, just to see, test out the sequencing, because I won't be able to do it from here, from my house. So I may, just like the lunar eclipse, I may end up driving somewhere so I can have unobstructed skies. It's not about the darkness. Like the Messier, I can image all the Messier objects. It's just that the sky here is, like my backyard is just too obstructed. Like the, my keyhole volcano view, looking out the volcano. So it's not really conducive to doing the Messier Marathon from here. So I'll probably start preparing for that later in the month, and kind of we'll do some kind of dry runs. But that also brought up a thought, and I'll put it out there. So we've had, like I was saying earlier, a lot of people streaming, sharing their, like here right now, we've got Qubits was doing the Heart Nebula with Nina. You've got Jay Kelly imaging dryers with an ASI Air, and you've got Destin imaging the sun from New Zealand using a Seestar. And so it's like a wide variety of scopes, and I mean, a lot of them are Seestars, but it's a lot of other stuff, a lot of other scopes as well, different targets, times of day, northern sky, southern sky, and at times I think I've seen 5 or 6 people at a time sharing different things, and people are just talking or just kind of watching, and it was pretty cool. And so I was actually thinking maybe have something a little bit more, I don't want to call it formal, but more of a, make an event, a little event out of it. I was, the thing that popped in my head was virtual star party. That weekend, the weekend at the end of the month, March 28th through 30th, is, I think that's the time of the new moon, and also a time you wouldn't necessarily be able to do. Yeah, it's on the new moon is on the 29th. That's Saturday, the March 29th. And so I was thinking just that whole weekend, I don't know, I haven't really thought it through. This is the first time I'm even mentioning it to anybody. But I was thinking it could be kind of cool. Could have kind of an informal star party where people can share different things, and maybe we start kind of seeing if we can start doing some of the Messier Marathon, and which objects we can actually image. And I could even, one thought I had is even doing a YouTube live stream as part of that. And if people didn't want their streaming session from Discord shared on YouTube, I would, they could basically opt out. But I was thinking it might be kind of a cool thing to, kind of less, like more structured. It would be over a week, not structured, but kind of more of a, you could pin it on, you could put it on a calendar, like, okay, this weekend in the evenings or whatever, we can do these, and then maybe we'd have more than 10 people, maybe we'd have 20 people kind of at a time, watching or participating. I mean, or streaming. And anyway, so I thought I'd put that out there just to, because I thought that would be, I mean, because like just like I'll go, it'll be cloudy here, and I'll go to Discord, and I'm like Jeff was like imaging dryers, and Destin has the sun, or I'll catch it in the morning, and he'll be imaging like the Keyhole Nebula in the southern hemisphere that I have never seen before. So I guess I was just thinking it would be cool to have like more of a I don't want to call it structure, but hopefully what I'm talking about is clear. Hopefully. Oh, on a cruise, 21st through 29th. Oh man. Let's see, what is that? Well, the 29th is a Saturday. Yeah. And my thought was it could be a regular thing around the time of the new moon, because like, people have plans and stuff, but it might be a neat thing, especially if it's a new moon and you're clouded out, like often happens to a lot of us, then you could still kind of participate in a virtual star party. Hello, Quantum, or thanks, Quantum, for joining. I really, really appreciate that. Wow. Yeah, welcome, and thanks for joining or supporting the channel. It does help. I mean, honestly, I was going to go with Starfront anyway, but kind of indirectly support help nudge me that direction, just as far as being able to stream more often. That was the end goal, and be able to image targets that I otherwise like, basically to do more on the stream, for the stream, or for the channel. And so it was that kind of, the support kind of has helped me like convince me that I really should do it sooner rather than later. And I'm glad I did. Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad you like that. I'll be down. Cool. I'm in. Nice. Back home Sunday. Great. Yeah, I mean, see, that's the thing. Like, if I'm clouded out, like, surely some people will be having clear skies, and so could be kind of a nice little group thing, but also more, like I say, not structured. It's just less ad hoc. It's like, we're going to try to this weekend, like whether it's Saturday and Sunday night or whatever. I don't know. If you have ideas, mention them in the comments, or in the chat, in the comments, or on Discord. Because again, this was something I just kind of was like, oh, that would be kind of cool. It's like, we're already doing, I mean, like my skies have been certainly suboptimal, and my Starfront's down. Or, I mean, they haven't opened the roof, but yet we're able to see. Like, I can't image Dryer's Nebula from home. I can image it from Starfront, but not here. So it's cool being able to still see stuff. And sorry, I'm just trying to mess with. Oh, that looks. I mean, all things considered, given the conditions, that's not actually too bad. And I've also had, like, I've had some clear nights, but I had a lot of clouds during the day, and so I haven't really been able to image the sun much. But because Destin's always will share the solar image from where he lives, it's I can kind of see what the latest sunspot groups I'm missing out on. They're rotating. Oh, dryer's blocked. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's I could image it. It's not that it's blocked for me. It's just I can't get it. I haven't gotten enough data where I saw anything except like the faintest nebulosity. Um like it's just that bad because since it's a fairly low brightness reflection nebula, like the light pollution filter doesn't help me. And so, yeah, I mean, if I try to image it, I get nothing. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's having bad horizons. And yeah, putting it in Stellarium is really helpful. Because if you watch like live streams of mine from ages ago, where I was just trying to guess, it was most of the time I would end up imaging a building. Whereas now I look at it and I'm like, I won't even try because until I'm pretty sure it's clear of the building. But before it was, I'd say probably half of my attempts would end in failure to image a target because I just like point the telescope at it and it's like I start getting a whole bunch of plate solve errors while it's trying to go to the thing, and that it's just like, oh. So it's definitely a game changer. Definitely. I completely agree. It is a massive game changer. All right. Cool. That's a good idea. I need to do something like that because mine's a hard outline, and so you probably see me doing it a lot where I have it on the sky up, and then I type a key to basically dismiss it, but then then I'll have to put it back, and I'm like always fiddling with it, especially when there's something like over here, there's some things that are coming up behind a building, and I'm like, okay, what is it that's in there? And then, oh, Leo triplets there. Oh, wait, how close? Okay, now I know, but yeah, I need to do it where it's transparent. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's different ways you could, I mean, it could be insured. Like if there's a rider on your home insurance policy um, or residential insurance, they can have riders for gear, so it would potentially cover that. And there are like a wide variety of scopes there. Like the biggest one that's there right now is a Planewave CDK 17, which is not a cheap telescope. But yeah, or you could do what I did and send a Seestar there. Mostly I did that because I don't have an extra astro camera. At some point I plan on getting another astro camera, and then I'll once the refractor, the refractor's in better shape, I would consider sending that one. But there's three things that would have to happen. I need to get another astro camera, either to put on the refractor or to put on the reflector and my solar scopes, or I'd have to I'd need a camera, which I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'll probably get like another 585 base sensor. I would get a filter wheel because I'd do one shot color, but I'd want to have like a few filters in it. Not many. And then I would get another mount because I would not send that GTI mount. I don't even know if they'd take a GTI mount, but I wouldn't send it because it's fine, but sometimes the guiding on it sometimes seems it's fine. But I would probably send another mount. Oh, hello, Cheap Astro. Good night. Good evening. Thanks. Oh, rare day of work tomorrow. Nearly 4. Well, thanks for stopping in. I do appreciate it, and have a good evening. Good night. Yeah, the Seestar. Yes, you are right. It is idle. I need to do something with it. Yes. So cleaning. So that's part of the service. So the money you pay them isn't just for. I mean, it's the pier rental, it's the internet connectivity, but it also includes whatever they need to do. Now, there's some things that they would charge for, like if you need some kind of collimation, I think although there's certain things they will do, but like filters, cleaning, power cycling things. So, like I have the Seestar, I have it set where it doesn't shut itself off, but if it somehow accidentally gets shut off, I can just send them a message and they'll push the button on, turn it back on. But like they were telling me that they have RASAs there, and people are shooting mono cameras and they'll swap out the filters. Now I don't know that they're doing multiple filter swaps per day on a given scope. It might be more like, I'm going to shoot HA tonight, and it's like, okay, we'll put the HA filter in, and then it's like, I'm going to shoot oxygen tonight, and then they'll swap out the filter. So they'll do that, and I imagine some of that kind of stuff they would probably clean it. And because that's like the more routine stuff, I believe they do. Yeah. Because my refractor is kind of light, I would probably get an AM3, just because it's a little cheaper. Part of me would be tempted to get the Jouet mount. Like I have a Jouet 17. I would be tempted to get the 14 because it's cheaper. There's a couple others I've seen out there. I think I saw an Ioptron. But yeah, it would probably be some kind of harmonic mount, just because they seem pretty, like they wouldn't have to deal with balancing it. I mean, they do that; they'll balance scopes, but it's just and it also doesn't have as big of a swing radius, and I think it's just maybe more solid. I mean, sure, I could get a more expensive mount, but I was thinking like an AM3, or comparable, because the refractor isn't super. It's like 7-8 pounds or something. It's not too much. That would be funny. It's like I wasn't able to collimate it myself, so I sent it to Starfront, and then they're like, and I'm like, oh, I don't know why it's out of collimation. Could you guys fix it? Yeah, and clean it up. That would be funny. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. I would consider sending a higher telephoto, a higher focal length scope. And it was a thought that I was like, because I have such problems with that here, because of because of my light pollution, my skies, it's really difficult for it to plate solve. And so it's popped in my head a couple times. Like I was kind of more fixated on the refractor, and I still am, but every once in a while I'm like, the reflector would be a good choice actually, because it's not just planetary that I want to image. Well, first off, like, planetary is great, but I have obstructed skies. And so I can only image Jupiter for so long, or Venus. For Venus, I can't even image from my backyard at night. I was able to image it, but I did it like 2 or 3 hours before sunset. It was like the sun was literally just behind the house, and I was able to image Venus. It worked great, but it was kind of, it had, that definitely had its set of challenges. So I had actually considered the reflector, because with darker skies, it would help with the plate solving. And I've wanted to image galaxies. It would give me more time with planets. It would allow me to image Venus at night. So I don't know. The thought has occurred to me. Must have been in the bump in the driveway. 8-inch edge HD. That could be interesting. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, so that's... I would definitely want to, only send vetted setups there, because I had a near miss with the reflector, but it was before I had put it on a peer extension. I need to check it out now, but it was really like, it was less than half an inch away from colliding. It was pretty bad, because I walked out there and it got lost, or it lost its centering, and it ended up pointing somewhere, and I'm like, uh-oh. And I went down there and I'm like, I hope it didn't crash into I hope it didn't hit the tripod. And it hadn't, but it just missed it. It was like right next to it. Yeah, slew carefully, exactly. I mean, there are a number of people at Starfront who have peer cameras. A lot of people have peer cameras, probably for that reason. And they actually sell an ASI camera, 662, I think. No, it's not that one. They sell one of them for, or maybe it is this one. They sell it for a peer camera, and they'll install it. So like, they have them in stock. So it's like, if you want a peer camera, you just tell them and they'll set it up. I mean, as bad as the conditions are, I'm pretty happy with that. The Cigar Galaxy. We need to find something for the Seestar. It's all here. It's all bored here, sitting here. And actually, I see more stars in the field, which... Let me look at the all sky. I wonder if some of the dust is finally blown through. Still not as... There's definitely a blue tint to it now, so it's looking more promising, so that's good. Yeah, the problem is, I don't know, it seems like... I don't know. My understanding is it still can, it can still happen if the mount is confused as to like where it is. Um, I wanted to see what qubits was imaging here. Leo triplet. Yeah, because this is the hamburger galaxy. Got a plane through the dryers, but getting a lot of data on dryers here. That's looking. I'm looking forward to seeing the result of the stack. Okay, lark mode. Good night, Donculus. Thanks for joining. Have a good night. So let's look for. All right. It's funny, YouTube is still warning me about the video resolution. It's pretty funny. It's like, warning, warning. I mean, my understanding is it's not, it's still prone to, it sounds like a lot of mounts this can happen to. All right. So. Oh, darn it. I forgot. Darn it. I forgot I had a target in mind, the skull and crossbone. Also known as the Chained Brooch Nebula. Okay. Oh, so one of the things that was added very recently, just a couple days ago, to Alp, is this new startup screen, which kind of takes some existing functionality and consolidates it in one place. It takes the kind of the event status, startup status. It moves the startup sequence that was on the commands page, and it also takes the polar alignment refinement, which was a separate screen, and puts it here. So if you use Alp, like this page will do everything, whether you're running in equatorial mode or alt-azimuth mode. So that was literally just committed the other day. So that's pretty cool. Today was before the stream. That was my first time to actually use it, and it worked. It worked great. Oops. All right. Let's see. What are we looking for? Let me look at, okay. Yeah, I have all these targets for Starfront. Friday should be a good night. Even though, like, assuming it's clear at Starfront and they open up, even though it'll be the first quarter moon and the moon doesn't set until midnight, I have a number of targets that will use the light pollution filter, because they're emission nebula, and so I think it'll be okay. Especially at the beginning of the night, I'll do a few of these targets. And then as the night wears on, I don't know if I'll have I might end up doing a late night one if it's clear, because there are some things I want to image that, well, I don't even know if they'll be visible. I might have to wait until the moon's out of the way after the full moon. So, yeah, I'll have to see. Okay. Good night, Dark Shades. Thanks for joining. Yeah, hopefully it'll continue to clear. But tomorrow might be better. So we'll see. Tomorrow might be better. Oh, hey, we're already getting some nebulosity there. That's not too bad. Again, given that apparently, according to Astrospheric, it was saying poor. That transparency was above average, but seeing was poor, all the way through till tomorrow. It's like, yikes. And a lot of times when it says it's poor, it's really just ends up being high clouds or something. But this is something completely different. This is just high winds and dust, which is kind of weird down here. Yeah, Wednesday looks great. Looks pretty good. I mean, it's claiming above average transparency, and then below average to average seeing. So that'll be good. I probably won't have as much difficulty with the refractor with the polar alignment. Now this is looking kind of okay, but I think Starfront was supposedly better. Let's see what it looks like. Maybe not. Oh, we'll see. But Astrosphere can sometimes be off, so I take it with a grain of salt. See, that's what it was like earlier, but now, yeah, it's actually blue. So this was earlier, see, I actually had blue skies. I set out the thing around 8 p.m. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at how it changed. Like, see how this was blue? And then it just started turning gray. That'll be an interesting time lapse. Seeing the dust arrive. But it definitely seems to be clearing. I can actually see a few stars now. Let me go look at the refractor. Let me reset this. Reset the stretch. Okay. That looks much better. It's actually not too bad. Again, all things considered. Let me look at the overall. Oh, the guiding, since it's not guiding, it's you can see how it's been drifting. So I'll probably stop it at some point before too long, because I don't want it to. I'll probably stop it soon, actually. It's been going for over an hour. Nice. Not too bad. Yeah, I think I'll stop this. I'm going to find a target off screen so I'm not cluttering up things, I am tempted to go to, let's see. Just looking at some stuff. All right. And okay. Keep getting sidetracked. I'm looking at Stellarium. Yeah, see, Leo Triplet is still behind a building for me, so. No Leo Triplet for me as of right now. Yeah, that I can see colors in the. Yeah, this looks good. Like in the Hamburger Nebula, I can definitely see some. Some of the coloring of it. All right, and that sunspot group is pretty big. And of course, the other thing I find very distracting, in a good way, is watching the roof cam. Looks really nice. Very nice there. All right. So had a bump on the tripod. Interesting. Oh, you're talking about, oh, that, whoa. Is it this spike here in the guiding? But I mean, like, did that happen at the same time when the guiding spiked? Okay, yeah, that's weird. That's really weird. Do you ever get like critters out in the backyard? I think it was it someone on the Starfront Discord posted a photo of like deer, like they were suspecting it was deer messing with their mount, and they actually got it on like a camera of a bunch of deer walking around walking around their mount. It's like, oops. Let me see what else I could possibly. Maybe I'll try this, just as an experiment. I will try. I'll try M105. Ooh, visited by skunks. Yikes. That would be bad if All right, so I'm gonna try M105. Let me double check that. Yeah, M105. Let's see. Cool. All right. So one thing I need to consider is for the refractor over the next few nights, even though the moon is interfering more, maybe I don't want to use the light pollution filter since there's only some targets that I can image. So maybe I'll leave the light pollution filter off. I just need to clean the sensor and fix the focus on the guide camera. Yeah, it ended up a little off. Let me pull up that guide camera. Okay. I mean, not the guide camera, the all sky camera. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what happened to me with the with my near miss with the reflector. It ended up like I knew something was wrong because I was looking at the camera and it was like clearly pointing at the fence or the ground, and I'm like, and when I went out there, it just barely missed. Let me check something here. Hmm. Yeah, it happened. Yeah. Do they make proximity sensors? I don't know. I don't know what one on the camera and one on the tripod legs. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think, what is it? I know some of the really expensive mounts have like absolute encoders on them. That fixes the issue, but they're very expensive. Or the mounts, the ones I've seen. I had seen what was it? Quave had done a video about a firmware update for the Warp Astron harmonic mount, where if it experiences resistance, it will stop and back up 5 degrees and then just ignore. Like if it was slewing, it'll just stop. Like that seemed, yeah, 2K per axis. Yikes. Like that looked interesting. But that was specific to the Warp Astron. Like it would still make contact, but it would back off. And then, I mean, I'm no expert on this, but are they friction mounts or something? Was it the Trident is a friction mount? Like basically it'll just slip. So if it hits an obstruction, it just slips. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Yeah, and so that's a lot of, like I was saying earlier, a lot of people at Starfront have peer cameras. I mean, that's one way, definitely one way. Okay, cool. This is actually what I wanted to do. I'm just trying to move things a little bit. No. There we go. I wanted to get M96 in the frame of view. To take the Seestar, speaking of mounts, yeah, that would be interesting. Okay. It's too bad it's drifting so much. Nope, wrong way. Wait. Well, let's try this. See what we get. Let's see what we get. No. I forgot I had adjusted the settings while I was trying to get it where I wanted it to be, so let's try that. man, this is jacked up. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Okay. That's better. All right. Cool. All right. So let's look at, this is going well, the skull and crossbones. Oh, that's nice. Machine shop to build things. That's cool. That's really handy, helpful. Yeah, I'll watch videos of where people are machine custom stuff, and I'm like, I really haven't done. I've only done woodworking. I haven't really done any metal work. But every time I see somebody working on something like that, I think I need to work on that. Let's see. Just checking Discord. All right. That Leo triplet's doing well, looking good. All right, let's see. Let's see. What do you call it? I'm just catching up on the Discord. All right. Okay. Let me get back to the chat. Oh, nice. Oh, friction drive mount. Oh, that's cool. Framework and CAD. Well, I mean, that's a start. That would be cool. I mean, I've seen the friction drives. That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah. From Dave builds stuff. Yeah, I've been watching. Dave was building a whole telescope. He's built a harmonic mount, focuser. It's pretty cool. A lot of it 3D printed. Neat stuff. Only design phase. Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, that seems like the kind of work. Yeah, you would spend time up front. Carbon X1, and I'm handy. I could do that. I mean, I do have it on my. I actually do have it on my list of things to do one day. Is I would like to try to build the telescope. He's see, I was actually, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking it would be cool to make that telescope that he made and send that to Starfront. That was one thing I had been thinking about. I'm like, that could be really cool. But of course, I'd have to really make sure it was working well before sending it off. Yeah, well, that happens to me too. I said that with such conviction that I want to send it to Starfront, but yeah, reality is probably not going to happen. Yeah. Yeah, Dave, that design is pretty cool. Okay. Oh, you are? Oh, neat. Hello, Jeffrey. Wow, that's cool. Did you just recently start it? Yeah, I was actually surprised. I forget. Maybe it was with Dave's stuff or someone else's. I remember looking or there was a link. Maybe it was the one of the first people who did the harmonic mount, and I'm like, wow, there is a lot of stuff, kind of. Yeah, where you can get the controller boards pre-done. I mean, that's helpful. I mean, unless you're like good with PC board design, which I am not. I can program stuff, but actually messing with a PC board is another thing. Nice. I mean, besides the dust bunnies, maybe I'll try this again on Friday once I've vanquished the dust bunnies. Because that's M96, and we've got IC1 or IC643. Got M105, a couple of the NGC galaxies. Like, this could be an interesting target to get a lot more time on. Yeah, I think I'll do that again. Let me make note of that. Drop more than half the subs. I mean, you're getting a decent amount of detail, so. But yeah, sometimes it just drops a lot of frames. Cool. Man, I am behind. Want to build the Dob. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about a lot of the Dobsonian designs. You would just need wood. Like that was one of the things about it. You get wood. One of the, is it sonotube or whatever? Got to get the optics, but you'd buy that, or you could buy that, or if you have it, and a focuser, and some kind of, not lazy Susan, but some kind of mechanism like that, and kind of the what is it, Teflon pads a lot of people would use. It's funny, I remember that because I thought about, I need to add that to my list. That's probably a more realistic first step for me, especially given that I could do woodwork, and I have recently. And a sonotube. Yeah, maybe I'll do a Dobsonian. Maybe I'll try to do that this year. What I'd really like to have is, if I did a Dobsonian, I would want to have a not a go-to mount. Like that doesn't, like that's not necessarily necessary. Plus, like Sharp Cap, it has a push. What do you call it? It's called a push go-to assistant or something, where you can. Oh, zooming in on. I saw it on my preview screen here. Oh, nice detail on the hamburger galaxy. Very nice. But yeah, realistically, a Dobsonian would probably be more suited for me. But I would want, I would want to have a tracking mount. Not necessarily a go-to mount, but a tracking mount. Because I'd like to be able to do like these kind of wide fields that I'm doing, that I was doing with a refractor, but like with a much bigger aperture. I think that would be cool. I know Dobsonian photography, but I think with like Sharp Cap, wow. You can see the spiral, the barred spiral. But yeah, I was well, I need to look into that. Or the other thing I would consider is maybe, what is it, the Hadley, which is a similar, is it Hadley? Yeah. Like, maybe I'd do a Hadley. That would be another thing I'd consider. Either a Dobsonian or a Hadley. Oh, nice. Just got the filament yesterday. So did you get the same filament that Dave used for his, that kind of carbon-based one? Yeah, surface mount. Yeah, my soldering skills are pretty much non-existent. Yeah. Yeah, my skills tend to be at the breadboard level for electronics. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I've seen, yeah. Yeah, I've never done, yeah, router in a circle cutting jig. Yeah, push to, yeah. Yes, I should do that. Because I know before he did the astrograph, he had done a Dob. And that's probably about the size I would consider. Yeah, that hamburger galaxy was really nice looking. What camera do you have on that Qubits? Quad Rasa. There was, what was it? I saw the Hexa Rasa, like 6 Rasa. Where did I see that? I think I put it somewhere on the Discord server, I think. It was just ridiculous. Let me see. Was it an Astro Gear? Let's see. Oh, I like this. Star Traveler posted this. As far as like uneven or not well, what do you call it? Paired mount with telescope. Like that the this telescope with this mount. Yeah, that was yeah, don't do that. I guess if you have the mount you could do it, but otherwise don't do that. Okay, PETG-CF. Okay, the carbon fiber PETG. So it's an ASI 2600 mm. Cool. Yeah, that's true. If somebody has 6, you need to do 7 rasas. Where was it I saw? Did I post this? Or did I see someone else share it somewhere? Oh yeah. Yeah, it was, I said, why have 4 rasas when you can have 6? And this was a photo someone had posted of a 6 rasa mount. I mean, the 6 rasa setup, and look at the mount it's got. It's like that's impressive. It is very impressive. Replace them. Nice. I like that. I like that. You should do that. Yeah, I definitely should do that. Yeah, this was, but I think it's, I'm not sure what they're using it for. It might be I don't know if it's like for I don't know if it's somebody. I don't think it's somebody's personal. It might be like for a university. I don't know what that is, but yeah, that's true. That triple sextuple you can really, yeah, using it for defense of the dark star, military grade mounts. Yeah, exactly. It's like that mount is, and there was some mount I saw. I don't know if I forget which one it was, and it said it could slew at 10 degrees a second, but that you could unlock like a 20 degree a second slew. And I'm just trying to imagine like a large scope moving at 20 degrees a second. Like going from like halfway across the sky and like, or like horizon to horizon in 9 seconds. That seems a little dangerous. Yeah, I was like, that doesn't, might have to register exactly. Wow. Wow. Take 500 kilogram. Yeah, you could have all the channels. You could have, and it would still cost less than a lot of plane waves. I mean, not even the expensive plane waves, but the cheaper ones. And there's some nice detail. Like you can see the dust lanes and along. We're starting with RC1000. Wow, yeah, that. How much data do you have on that? Oh, 23 minutes a channel? Or no? Or no, is that 23 hours? Oh. 6, 4, and 7. Got it. I don't know how to read all the displays, like numbers. But yeah, Planewave RC1000. I would, yes. Yeah, pretty much. Funny enough, in my history, I have the CDK 500. Why am I looking at plane waves? I don't know. So this is a cheap one, but yeah, there we go. 500 and, oh, the thing that 18 3-minute subs, cool. The thing that got me about this one, when I was looking at the specs, so like, you know, the back focus, you know, we're used to like 55 millimeter, and it has a 100 millimeter image circle. Okay. Oh, it has dual Nasmyth focus ports with instruments over 300 capacity at each focus port. So there's a focus port here and a focus port here, and it's got a mirror that'll flip between the two. And so they support like a focal reducer. And so you could have a focal reducer on one side, and then so you could have two different focal lengths. 6,000 native f6, 3,500 pounds. Occupies only 3 inches of back focus. How much is the back focus? Oh, but yeah, oh, no. $7,000 for the focuser? But, I mean, can take 50 pounds. Instrument rotator, other, robotic piggyback mount, so you can have a smaller scope. And yeah, here's the reducer. So it takes it down to f4.25. Yeah. Yeah, that would be impressive. Get that as a business expense helps with sequel. It's like, yeah, that's yeah, something like that. Yeah, that scope is you know, if the funds were raised, I would not turn them down. But of course, I wouldn't be running it in my backyard. I don't even know if with that thing wouldn't even fit at Starfront. Like their building isn't big enough for that. Their ceiling isn't high enough for that. Have to put it somewhere else. Oh man. Okay, 370 14 over a foot of back focus. But I mean, it's a giant scope. Yeah, it's like the meme of where the person's got a flamethrower and it's like so you can roast marshmallows way over there. It's like the same thing except yeah, with your eyesight. It's like, but I need to read things that are that billboard that's way over there. Yeah, Bino. Oh my god, that would be amazing. Yeah, yeah, all that too. But I literally don't think it would fit. Because if it's F, like how long is, I mean, if it's 40 inches in diameter. And it weighs, I mean, they'd have to like do an engineering evaluation of that thing. It doesn't say. But I imagine it would be, the thing's got to be like, maybe it would fit in the building. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, definitely would have to. I mean, which, yeah. Wow. That must be nice. Jeez. Yeah. So if start a plane wave CDK 1000 with a target year of like what 2040 or something. Now that might be too soon. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. You'd need like engineering work on it to make sure that wherever you're putting it could handle the weight. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was talking to someone about that and they were talking about like $2,000 a month for at some of those places. And I imagine it could, because like they have some of those hosting places, they do support like dedicated observatory buildings, but I imagine that like you'd have to pay. I mean, you'd pay for everything, so yeah, exactly at that point, might as well just buy a property, get a separate insurance policy just for the scope. Yeah, but what Star Traveler said at that point, I might as well I might as well just get the thing at, oh, that's cool. Nice. What kind of guide scope do you have on that, qubits? If you could afford the scope, that's true. That's true. But honestly, I'd probably just, I'd get my own place. Just, I don't know. If I was gonna, okay. No, the reason I asked is I was actually thinking of, I may have actually been thinking of that specific one, for my refractor, since I've had such, or reflector, since I've had such bad luck with that. With plate solving and off-axis guiding and stuff. I keep forgetting I'm imaging some galaxies too here. Not quite the same level of detail, but I'm getting something. Yeah, it's the plane wave in building 6 calls more than their. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It is, yeah. I mean, it's a pretty, well, let me see if I can even bring up the. The moon is finally setting. Sometimes there's a light on. Oh, hey. Why is there a blue light on in there? Groovy. Yeah, this is the plane wave. It's got a massive mount. I mean, cause really, yeah, I mean, a lot of it is, like how much room they're using. And they're using a lot of room. How long will this stream be tonight? I don't know, probably less than an hour more. But if you put something up in the Discord, I'll pull it in. I'm probably going to go live again tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the mount on that is substantial. I don't know if I have a photo of it somewhere. Let me check. I have don't have a current. I swear I had a screenshot somewhere. Anyway, yeah, it's a massive mount. It's just very funny, very funny. I mean, the problem was we had this dust coming through that I was like pulling out. I mean, this is the refractor. I haven't had these issues on the refractor, but I was swapping out the filter and having a lot of issues trying to get plate solving to work. Let's see. It's like you can really see how it went from here. This was at just before 7. And just before 7 p.m. And then 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, this is what it was looking like. Like no more blue in the sky. Like you can even see how it just kind of rolled in. Oh yeah, someone had shared a photo at Starfront from their all-sky camera. They'd taken a photo after the front came through, but before the dust came through, and then after the dust had come through. And I remember looking at the all-sky camera and I'm like, what is going on? But like, this was after the front came through. Yeah, this was at 10:40 this morning. And this was like an hour and a half later. The sky just went brown or yellow. Yeah, so I'm gonna blame it. I'm gonna blame it on the dust. Yeah, fuck yeah, that's wow. Yeah, the winds have definitely died down here. Let's see. Let's see what our winds are. Oh, I take it back. The winds here are, oh no. That's why they've closed the, so where Starfront is, they're still having 40-mile-per-hour gusts. Yeah, here it's 8-mile-per-hour winds, 17-mile-per-hour gusts. It's barely windy. Not too windy. No rain, just no joy there. That's too bad. Same here. Hope it'll be clear. Yeah, hope I'd be too. Hopefully we'll have a widespread bout of clear skies for for that. Because yeah, otherwise that'll be kind of a bummer. Yeah, does kind of look like the cat's paw. Like a cat's paw. All right, but funny enough, Seestar's working fine. I had all kinds of issues with refractor getting it going today. Seestar was fine. So let's see what else I can image with the Seestar. Since the sky actually looks blue now, or not nearly as brown. Yeah, that I've said this before. It's funny. I mean, we have other weather issues like the hurricanes, the tropical storms, but as far as like strong fronts, like cold fronts, a lot of times I can't even tell you how many times over the years between here and Dallas, which is 200 miles, you know, they'd be hyping up like, oh, we're going to actually get some cool weather. and it would just fizzle out between here and Dallas. It's just like, I guess it's just all the moisture from the Gulf, and it's so much that even when we get a really strong front through here, it's it doesn't last. And like with the winds, that didn't even last. Like it kicked up and then kind of has already fizzled. Like when we got that snow in January, it was 70 degrees on the weekend. It snowed in the middle of the week, and I think it was back to 70 degrees by the next weekend. So it was just like, or it was within a few days. It was within less than a week. It was back to 70. So even like cold weather, it's just doesn't last. The Gulf dominates our weather so much. So let me see what I can point the Seestar at. Yeah, it's I think it's funny that people were joking about on the Seestar, not Seestar, the Starfront Discord about the stormy weather, and people were talking about like, oh no, I just bought a new telescope. That's we're doomed. um oh, I forgot I'm actually in EQ mode. I actually could get that kind of framing with the Seestar. But do I want to? Oof. Yeah, I've seen that on the weather maps where like the front will go through and then it'll have like a little yeah, cyclone in the up there. Let's see, what would be another one that kick the can cluster? Where is, I always forget where this is. No. I mean, I could image it. The problem is what I hope to get from it, I would be able to. All right, whirlpool. Not gonna do the whirlpool. What else can I do? Maybe I will do this M105. This framing here where I get these three galaxies in this one. Yeah, I'll do that because that's reasonably bright. And then we won't get quite the cat's paw effect. I keep hitting that. Image. Okay. So I'll call this I'll do this for I'll do it 45 minutes. We'll start with that. See if how the temperature. I'll try autofocus. Gotta take a sip of water. Let's go look at live. See how that's going. No, and it doesn't help that the guiding is drifting, so I'm gonna stop this one. And I'll figure out something else I could image with that one. I wonder, as kind of an experiment, maybe, I don't remember if I've actually tried to image M51 with the refractor. I've done it with the Seestar. I've imaged it with a reflector. I don't think I've imaged it with this camera, or with this setup. So maybe I will, just to see. I'm kind of curious, like, how it does. Oh, okay. Yeah, good night, Aiden. Thanks for joining. Have a good evening. Let's see. So I'm going to try M51. I'm going to briefly bring up the all-sky camera. What's it look like? I was just trying to figure out if I can see stars, but I can. Just still seems a bit hazy or something. Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, if it ends up being clear here tomorrow night, I will go live tomorrow night. But again, it'll only be here. I don't think it'll be at Starfront, but Friday looks like might be a Starfront night. So just in time for the first quarter. Oh, it's funny that I didn't realize. Cubits was actually imaging M51. Funny, because I was like, oh yeah, I'll image M51. I go look over, it's like, oh, that's fine. I'll still image it. I definitely want to try out. I definitely want to get Nina set up with the live stacking. The other thing that's sometimes weird about this is it's like it stops tracking. No, I guess it just hadn't settled. It's weird. I'm just trying to get M1 over here. Fixing the gain, increase to 7-second exposure, and so strange. I wonder if there's something I didn't tighten up on the mount. I was trying to align it. Yeah. So that's just red? Just the red channel of M51? Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, that would definitely give you more, yeah, the focal length would be good. I mean, the reflector I have is a 6-inch cast screen, but not a Schmidt cast screen, so it's got like slightly more focal length, but similar otherwise. Or maybe it is a lot more similar. I forget, but yeah, autofocuser. I need to get the focus sorted out before Seiko hops on a plane and installs the to install the focuser for me, or send somebody to install the focuser I have sitting in the box. It's 2.5 minutes and still somewhat of a blurry mess, but it's starting. Let that run for a while. Very nice. Yeah, purple. Yeah, RGB stacking. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so that's why, I mean, because since I'm going to be, I mean, my main, I mean, I probably would do it this way for my own. Yeah, I don't know. At some point, I was thinking of getting a mono camera like that QHY Minicam 8 that has the built-in filter wheel. I would consider that, but realistically, you know, I think I'll probably end up, I don't know. My thought was if I send a telescope to another telescope to Starfront, it would have a one-shot color camera. Just, I mean, partly to be able to live stack it on live streams without having to deal with the color. I mean, as it is, sometimes I end up having to fix the weird colors. On the other hand, you get much better resolution. Okay. I'm just checking Discord. All right. Okay. All right. All right. I am looking forward to having the Starfront scope up and running. Yeah, speaking of the Discord server I added, because they're roof. They have roof status channels at Starfront, and their announcement channel. So I subscribed on the channel Discord server to the roof channel, and so that way I don't have to have anything else running. I could just look at the Discord server and see when roof 6 is open. Might be a few years before you give mono a go. Yeah, I don't know when I will. The mono 8 had made me strongly consider it, and I had also considered that if I were to get that, I would send that with the refractor to Starfront, but I don't know. It's all speculative at this point. Sunspot group is, yeah, I wonder if it'll be clear tomorrow, if I'll be able to use my, because I haven't really been able to use my solar scope recently. It's been a couple weeks, I think, or more, and I've missed a bunch of sunspot groups and some coronal ejections and other stuff. So let's see what might actually be clear during the day here. So maybe I might end up doing a solar live stream tomorrow. It's been a while since I did one of, I mean, it's been a bit of time since I did that. Maybe I'll even do it live. I don't know. I mean, not live. Do it. I had been doing unlisted ones or member only ones. Maybe I'll just do a normal live stream. Some nice, very nice detail. All right. Let me go back to chat. I might be behind on chat. Yeah. Yeah, the dual narrowband filters are quite amazing. Like I've been really happy with the one I got, which is just the SV Bony one. But it does quite a reasonable job, I feel. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still kind of up in the air about all of it. I mean, I do, on the one hand, like you have to process. On the other hand, you get much higher resolution potentially, right? Because yeah. So I have the dual band for the color cameras. Yeah. Sorry. It's is it HA and O? Yeah, oxygen. Yeah, it's HA and oxygen. They also have other filters that are I've seen triple or quad ones like that also have like silicon, but some of those aren't exactly cheap. Oh, maybe it's cheaper than I thought. H alpha, H beta, O3, and silicon. But what's the band pass on it? I mean, it's basically it only lets through oxygen and HA, so it lets nothing else through. It's really weird. It looks, you can't really tell in these pictures, but it's a mirror. It looks like a mirror because it's basically reflecting every frequency except some two very narrow bands. So it just looks like a mirror. It's kind of weird. Okay. Well, thanks for streaming that. I do enjoy, especially when it's when the weather is when it's cloudy here. It's nice seeing sunny sun and palm trees, and the close up of the sun. Yeah, yeah, I second that. Oh, daytime moon, cool. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. There's, I mean, the counter argument is, you know, our eyes can't really perceive any of it, so you know, and there's good like those palettes that are based on narrowband, you know, I guess I like the way they look, and I kind of like the scientific concept behind it, as far as it lets you really clearly tell where there's oxygen emissions, where there's hydrogen emissions, where there's silicon emissions. Not that I would do anything with that, but I just find it interesting. I find it kind of cool. Um, so yeah, and then when you get to like, I mean, like, yeah, the purists, but then like tell the Hubble team that they're not doing like real astronomy or something like that. Like it's like no, or tell James Webb that their infrared stuff is misleading. It's like no. So I guess I I mean I've seen those arguments, and I'm just like, come on, people. But yeah, but yeah, this L quad. But what is its band pass? Yeah, okay. Well, so this does go into detail. 90% transmittance at the bands. It does have near IR cutoff, so you don't have to deal with IR noise, which I guess makes sense. But yeah, that's basically it lets through stuff and doesn't let through most everything else. What are the? Did I miss? Is it like a? Yeah, I'm not gonna. But yeah, that one's also kind of an interesting one, just to be able to cover more frequencies. Cubit one lives in Earth. So you don't need 4 RASes yet. Or you get 4 RASes that have each have one-shot color cameras on it, so you get 4 times as much information at once. Okay, that's looking not too bad. If I exclude the cat's paw. I mean, not nearly as good as Qubits is, but I'm shooting no filters right now, so I'm just getting all kinds of junk. No, see, I would completely rational, I come up with another excuse to have it. Or I actually saw, another one I saw. It was whatever company or whatever made that massive mount that. No, I think it was it may have been one that an individual had. They had, or maybe it was, anyway, doesn't matter. It was a quad RASA on a mount, but it had like small, like some small motors in it in at each RASA, so you could have all 4 of them pointing at one target, or you could expand it a little bit so they were covering a even broader field. So then you could have like like basically a mosaic, a 4 RASA mosaic. Yeah. Yeah. They Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, thanks for sharing. I appreciate it. That's it was neat seeing, and also it was cool the beta Nina. I'm glad you mentioned that. Because I'm gonna check that out. Don't know if I'll have it for next live stream, but maybe might kick the tires on it. Yeah. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, that would actually be pretty cool. I mean, the RASA is such a wide field, but imagine if you had basically a 4 RASA mosaic, like real time. That would be cool. You could get such a wide field with that if you had a APS-C sensor on it. It would be a nice wide field. All right. I need to go back to spending time on cleaning up some of these images, because I think some of this would be pretty cool. I don't think I've ever done this composition before of M96 and M105 and some other NGC galaxies. Yeah, good night, Qubits. See you next time. It's not too terrible. terrible, to be honest. Yeah, so it is. I might do a live, like I was saying earlier, I might do a live stream tomorrow. If the weather cooperates in the evening, might do a solar live stream because I want to try to image some sunspots. Oh hey, speaking of not the sun but the moon. Oh yeah, nice daytime moon. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely a nice shot of the moon. Yeah, so the one thing that was kind of cool with Discord streaming, I need to remember to mention that again. Uh, Destin was streaming, um, or I was doing a live stream, and it was towards the end. It was the one that was a few days back where it was a really late night one, and I was at Starfront and I just couldn't stop, uh, you know, couldn't stop going, and I wanted to try some of the more southern targets that you can kind of barely reach. And I got the Southern Pinwheel Galaxy, and then I did Centaurus A, and um, and then Omega Centauri, and the globular cluster. And I was quite happy that I was able to image it, but it was at that point, since it was so late, it was already kind of uh, the sun had set and it was getting dark in New Zealand, and Destin imaged uh, Omega Centauri as well. So we had two Omega Centauris up and running, but then he ended up imaging some other southern targets, and I may have gone back to Centaurus A, or maybe I went back to Omega Centauri. But it was kind of cool. We had started with like a Bortle 1 versus Bortle 9 comparison, and we ended it with like imaging things in the southern sky. Um, of course, the ones I was imaging are not as far. I mean, they were still pretty deep, far south. Like Omega Centauri was only like 9 degrees above the horizon. It was just barely there. Um, but I was able to get it, and I was pretty happy with the result. Um, but it was kind of funny. We ended up switching to southern hemisphere targets. So never know what's going to happen. Might see the sun during the night, or stars during the day, or southern targets. Yeah, it's for me, and um, again, there's limits to it. But anyway, I thought that was cool when we did that. We'll have to do that again sometime. Of course, I'm very limited. Um, Once the dragons of Ara are kind of easier to image, I definitely need to spend some time imaging that one. And it's the good thing is it isn't as low in the sky as like even Centaurus A. So let me look at my color keeps shifting on it, and I wonder if it's some like latent dust in the sky. There half an hour. Finally getting some detail. And that is a mess. I think tomorrow I'm gonna have to take it all apart and the optical chain and clean it out. This is pretty bad. Just checking Discord. All right. I'm just looking at the sun going down. Yeah. Yeah, well, and that's kind of what happened, what I did with Omega Centauri, because like that and Centaurus A were like really high on my list, and so I was hesitant to even try them because they didn't kind of get to the point where it might be imageable until like 2 in the morning, but I was up late that night and I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and try it. But yeah, there's some more that rotate in that I need to make sure I track what like when they're visible. I think once I have, well, and you know what, that goes with that whole thing that I guess we were talking about on a previous live stream, that I should just have a canned schedule that that when it is clear at Starfront, I can run it and image certain targets throughout the night, like when they're visible. So I need to. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just remembered. Wait. Remembered I had a call tomorrow, but I think it's later in the day. It's not first thing, so. Yeah. No, that's fine. Cool. Yeah, I'm not sure how much longer I will stream tonight, since I do plan on streaming again tomorrow night. Because whenever, I mean, since I have I have stuff things to do during the day, day job as it were, and so I have to make sure that I don't exhaust myself. Like I I had a couple of, I was up till like 4 in the morning a couple nights in a row, and took me a little bit of time to recover from that. So, let's see, where are we here? Oh, hey. Hey, Tariq. How's it going? Got yourself a new mobile. Yeah, nice. Yeah, no, it's good to see see you in the chat. It's been it's been a bit. Like, well, I mean, it was, yeah, we haven't crossed paths as much. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Hope things are going well for you. We actually had a big storm through here which cleared out a lot of stuff, but then we had like dust storm kind of come behind it. So the sky was like brown earlier in the evening, but it's kind of finally cleared up. Um, like the sky is actually blue on the all sky, although it's not as blue as it normally is. So there's still stuff in the sky. But I think I'm probably going to live stream again tomorrow, so hopefully that'll be a little bit, or it should be better tomorrow, because I think some of this stuff is going to take a bit of time to get out of the, yeah, it's going to take a bit of time to get out of the atmosphere. But I think by tomorrow it'll be. I really have to fix. Like I say, I need to get back in the habit of editing, because I think, yeah, just get rid of all the gradient. And let's see how the M51 is doing. Oh, 34 minutes. But it's getting there. Probably need to do a lot more. Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying, I think I probably will be wrapping this up, because it's about midnight here, and got some stuff in the morning. But I will be live streaming tomorrow evening, assuming the weather cooperates. I'll be probably also do a solar stream, just because I haven't been able to do one of those in a while. So, yeah, I think. Let me just check something here. Yeah, I think I might leave it at that. Definitely, if you haven't checked out the Discord, check out the Discord. I'm sharing Destin's stream of the moon, and other people stream there. And I am tired. I realized I think it's just finally hitting me. I had to get up. So yeah, before I ramble any longer, I think, let me see if there's anything else in the chat. I do want to I want to thank Qubits and Quantum for new channel membership. I really appreciate that. And thanks to Qubits and Cosmic Ray and Jeff and Destin, who shared their shared their telescopes on camera or on the stream earlier. I do appreciate that, especially given how lackluster things were today for me with all the sand. Yeah, I'm doing it too. I'm winding down right now because I still have to pack up things and but yeah, I think I'll leave it at that for now. Appreciate thanks, like I say, new members, Qubits and Quantum. Appreciate all the support, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye. Good night.